Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 as we roll into our 14th year on the air. And one of our longtime sponsors has been Barton Power Sports over in West Memphis and Jonesboro. And this being the third Saturday of the month means that Frank Barton is in with us. Again, good morning, Frank.
Good morning, everybody.
And I know Frank is interested in this next young man that can talk a little bit about his career and about his not only his love of shooting, but also his love of bird hunting and things along and working dogs and things like that. And we've been trying to get him on, but he's almost impossible to get because he's on the road so many times. But we're really glad to have on Outdoors with Larry Ray is Michael McPhail. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Larry. How are you doing?
We are doing great, buddy, and thanks for taking time from your busy schedule. I don't know, are you in Wisconsin right now? Where are you now?
Right now, I'm at Fort Benning, Georgia.
All right, you're in Fort Benning, Georgia, because you got something else coming up, right?
We got something else coming up, but I live here. I'm in the Army, in the Army Marksmanship Unit, and we actually just finished shooting a little training final here about 30 seconds ago. So.
Good. Well, thanks for being with us. It's 2015, Michael. It's been pretty special, hasn't it?
It's been a good year so far, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a good year, like you say. I mean,
well, you just won your second gold medal in 2 weeks. It's been a pretty good 2 weeks.
It's been a good month.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this year, I can't think of a year where I've won more matches than any other place. You know, I've finished first on the podium more than I've finished any other place combined this year.
And also, this is and tell them exactly what you do, because my listeners, we got truck drivers going down the interstate right now, and they may not pick up on this, but what you have done in the International Shooting Sports Federation just got back from Munich, right?
Yep. Correct.
And you go and the first time and the week before that, where were you?
The week before that, we were at Fort Benning shooting another ISSF World Cup. It's kind of nice. It's on my own range, kind of a little bit of home field advantage there, sleeping in my own bed, eat what I want to eat. But, yeah, like I say, a lot of traveling, a lot of shooting this year.
Well, tell my listeners out there, Michael, how you got into this.
I actually started – I think I shot my first competition shot when I was about 14 years old. I grew up in southwest Wisconsin.
Yeah, I thought you did, yeah.
The gentleman that got me into it was just a family friend, and he liked to bird hunt. So we started doing that. We started bird hunting together, and it kind of just grew from there. One night he asked me if I wanted to go to the local club and shoot. So I said, sure. I went up, shot, and actually the gun I started with, I borrowed from him, and I borrowed it in through college. That's the gun I took to the 2012 Olympics.
Really?
Yeah, I have more than one competition rifle, but that one is very special to me.
That one's been placed on your mantle, right?
I locked that one up in the safe.
Oh, wow. Really? Oh,
yeah,
man.
I don't shoot it too much.
Yeah.
Like you say, because I have a few other guns that I train with, but
wow.
That one.
Oh man! All right, but you do have you had a new gun at the last deal, didn't you? Or
what's that now?
Are you shooting a new gun? Did you shoot a new gun or a new version of a gun?
Yeah, I shot a different gun. It's the same model, same everything. I have 4 that are virtually identical, and I kind of just rotate between them a little bit. Kind of whichever one's shooting good at the time, or whichever one I'm shooting good at the time, I'll shoot.
And just this is a very and I've asked this to Kim Rohde. I've asked this to a lot of Olympians have been on this show over the last 14 years. This to me, I would have to take about 7 Dramamines to do what you do. I mean, it's so much pressure. It's down to 1/10 of 0.1 second. I mean, this is a matter of time, right?
Right. Yeah, we're talking tenths of points. Just to get an idea of what our 10 ring looks like, the 10 ring itself is 10.4 millimeters across.
Okay.
The X ring inside of that is 5.5. And we shoot a 22 long rifle, the same thing you'd get at Walmart. You know, a 22 bullet measures 5.5 millimeters across. So virtually you have to be perfect. It's a game of being perfect. Just an idea. The World Cup here at Fort Benning that we shot, you know, I was 4/10 off the world record. So if you were to measure that out, looking at, you know, millimeter, maybe inside of that, it's definitely a game of small.
It is a game.
It's not even a game of inches. It's a game of small.
It's a game of small. We're talking to Michael McPhail, who just got back from Munich. He's won consecutive gold medals in 2 weeks in the International Shooting Sports Federation, based out of Fort Benning in the Army. You are a staff sergeant, is that right, Michael?
I'm sergeant first class. I got promoted last fall.
Did you really? All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations to that too, and everything. And I know this all boils down to, and I've asked this other one. How do you block out what's going on around you when you're up there trying to do what you do? Do you have a routine that you go through and get yourself set?
I do. It's a little more than that, you know. Like when we go out to shoot the match, just walking out there, there's usually a lot of things going on, and it helps me just to say, all right, it's time to go to work. So that gets me out there, and then in the competition, the only thing I think of is executing a quality shot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with everything, every shooting sport. That's really the only thing you can do is execute a quality shot, and a lot of times if it goes in, great. If not, analyze it. And you just have to live with the consequences some. But if you can't execute a quality shot, the rest of it doesn't matter. Do
you block out everything that's around you? Is that the typical just say, I'm here by myself? Do you look at that?
Some. We have a TV monitor right in front of us usually that shows where everyone is at.
Yes.
How you're ranked in the competition versus everybody else.
Ooh, that just... That makes it even more tight.
It does. And, you know, a lot of people try to block that out, and I've gone a different way and just kind of embraced that it's there, and I watch it.
Oh, really?
I know. Yeah, I know exactly where I'm at, exactly where everyone else is at all the time, because it's there and you can't get rid of it, so I don't even try.
It's like the golfer on the last day doesn't want to look at the scoreboard.
Exactly.
If he's got a 3-shot lead, the scoreboard's there. Just look at it. Yeah, you know what it is. So
exactly. And I find it's better just to look at it and know than not look at it and think about it.
Well, I know you've got a lot to think about in your how old are you now?
33.
33. You got a lot to think about from 14 to age 14 when you picked up that first rifle to now. And I'm assuming Rio's on your mind, right?
Other than my kid that's supposed to be born, we're supposed to have a new baby born here in October. Rio's about the only thing I think about.
Well, congratulations. I know you've got how many kids?
I have one right now and one on the way.
One on the way. Okay, you've got a daughter, don't you?
I do.
Yes. Do you know what this one's going to be?
This one's going to be a boy.
It's going to be a boy. Okay, so you got Rio and a kid on your mind. So this Father's Day weekend's pretty special for you, right?
Yep, it is.
To go through this. So what's next? What do you have between now and as you get ready? What's next on your agenda?
We have nationals, USA Shooting Nationals start down here at Fort Benning in about a week.
Okay.
After that, I will go to Toronto to compete in the Pan American Games.
Okay.
And hopefully, as long as I make the team at nationals, I'll shoot one more World Cup this year. It's in Azerbaijan.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of traveling, and then after that would be World Cup final, which I already qualified for, and that's back in Munich.
Yeah, you're back in Munich again. Is this all a kind of you paint yourself, Michael, to see where you are now? I mean, to know what's this is not something when you were growing up that you thought you'd be doing, right?
You know, that's a tough one. I remember watching the '96 Olympics when I was a kid at my parents' house, and the emotion that the Olympians had, and you know the champions showed. Yeah, that really stuck in my mind, and that's something that I kind of decided then that, you know, I want to go to the Olympics. And as I've grown as a competitor, now it's I want to win the damn Olympics. Period. I want to win it.
You want to win, don't you? Yeah. You want to represent your country. I
exactly.
mean, there's nothing like that. I can't imagine what that's like, and I don't know. How old is Addison?
She's 4.
Does she know what you do?
Yeah, she knows. She was in London with us.
Good.
In London. Yeah, it was a special time. She knows what I do. It's tough shooting with her back there. I mean, for one, she can't sit still and always makes noise because she's 4.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But yeah, I can pick her voice out above everybody else's. It's a challenge, but it's good. Like you say, you can shoot with her back there. You shoot anytime you need to.
You really can. And hey, we appreciate your service for the country, for what you stand for, Michael. And we're very patriotic on this show. And I know that you're in the Army, and also, but you're representing your country, and that's the main thing about it. I can't think of two better things is to be representing your country in the armed forces, and at the same time being able to represent your country in the Olympics. There's no other. We can talk about other people who are in the private sector of life, and they do all these things. They have coaches, and they have all this money behind them, and things along that line. You're doing it the right way, young man, and we go ahead.
It's great. I have the greatest job there is, and I tell you one more thing. You can never be more proud than standing on top of the podium and hearing the national anthem as your flag raises. It's what it's all about.
Yeah, it gets us all emotional. And, Michael, thank you for taking time from your busy schedule. Got a lot of fans here in the Memphis area. We have a great shooting club here, and a lot of folks will be listening this morning just because you're on. There may be a young kid out there today listening to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And Google Michael McPhail, McPhail. He's got a great interview from what he just did. He represents our country. Keep going, buddy, and we will stay in touch, and we're all for you, okay?
All right. Thanks a lot, Larry. I appreciate it.
Have a happy Father's Day, too, okay?
You do the same.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Michael McPhail on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Wow. Ron Wong has just walked in. Ron would have loved that interview with Michael McPhail representing. That was kind of gave me goosebumps. A good guy.
You can listen to him. He doesn't.
He's not.
He's not gabby. He uses his words very carefully, and he gets to the point and gets it done. I was just kind of listening and saying, this guy's the real deal.
Yeah, he is a real deal.
Yeah, he's a real deal.
And so he's not only going to. We ought to get him to Rio. I mean, standing up there in your Army uniform with the national anthem playing and putting the gold medal around your neck, it's got to be cool. All right, let's take a break. Ron Wong is in the house. We're going to switch to fishing for the next couple of segments on Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.